If you guys like how I do my chart analysis on YouTube and you want to learn how to do it yourself, click the link below to check out the Vee Trades technical analysis course. What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Alibaba with the ticker symbol BABA. If you want a chart analysis guaranteed to be done, please read the description below. Also, take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. I appreciate it very much. This video is for entertainment purposes only, does not constitute any financial advice. I will first go over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. The last time I looked at Alibaba was last Thursday on the 17th, and you can see that we have been traveling up ever since. Friday of last week was a green day, and then the next following days were also green. Every pullback since this bottom that Alibaba has marked, or at least temporary bottom, we don't know if it's the exact bottom, has been green. All these candles are green, so that's a good sign for Baba, and it's something different that we have not seen before. So what is price action doing? Well, it looks like we came back inside of the range that it was previously inside of. So we had a fail break outside of this range, and now it looks like we came back inside of it. So let's go and make this orange. So we were defending the 110 level previously before. We got a bounce right here. We got another bounce right here. We got another bounce right here before prices broke down below, and then we came back up to find resistance, and then we sold off very harshly. When we got extended for the EMA, prices acted like a rubber band. We snapped back and created a V bottom reversal pattern. We got back above the EMA, we found some type of support, and we continued higher. It looks like recently we just got rejected from the midline of the range. This dashed line is the midline, and it looks like we got rejected because prices touched that line and sold off, and then prices closed a little bit lower, and then we pulled back even lower to the bottom of the range at the 110 level. So is this bearish or bullish? Well, in my eyes, if I was just looking at this portion of the chart, to me this looks bullish because we came back and found some type of support at the 110 level, and prices traded up to the 112 113 level. So we bounced from 110 and we traveled up to 113, so that tells me there's strength for the buyers. Also, there's a measured move that could be played out. This would be the first leg up right here, and then if I move it over to the bottom of the correction, this looks like the second leg, and it's also right where I'm thinking prices are headed next, which is at the top of the range. If we're at the bottom of the range, we know we go back up to the top. That's usually what happens in a range. So since we had the failed breakout, that can even lead to higher prices, maybe in a breakout on the top side of the range. So we'll have to wait and see. That's what it looks like in my eyes. We did come back to fill in these gaps that were created from the short sellers. There's also another gap over here. Let me put an arrow for you guys. There's another empty space on the chart, or a gap that could potentially be filled from the longs pulling the market up at the 130 level. So we'll have to wait and see what the market wants to do. In my eyes, this looks pretty good. I like how we bounced from the previous support at the 110 level, so this could send prices up higher to the 130 level. So that's my target for Alibaba. Could we travel down lower? Yes. Again, it's all dependent on this 110 level holding. If we break it again like we did back over here, then we could go back all the way down to fill in this gap that was created from the longs, and maybe even go back to the lows. So that can also happen. It does just look like it right now. Looks like buyers are in the market and they want to push up the market higher. So let's take a look at the long-term pattern. Pretty much this 1.5 year bear market that Alibaba has been inside of. So let's take a look at it. Let's put a channel on the chart. This is the channel holding prices lower. Let's go and make this orange or yellow to show the orange range more clearer. So if I zoom in back on the chart, this is the downtrend channel that's currently in play. Let's go and erase some of the drawings. Actually, let's go and just clear all the drawings. Let's put the range back on. The range and the downtrend channel is probably the two major patterns that we need to be focusing on. So we had a sideways range, and then we are also still inside of a downtrend channel. So prices are still working lower, but we are seeing a slight reversal in the market. So I'm wondering if this is the bottom or not. So let's zoom out on the chart, or zoom in. and you can see that this range pattern is inside of a bigger downtrend channel. So we did get a failed breakout of the range on the bottom side and a failed breakout of the yellow channel working lower, so that could lead to a failed breakout on the top side of the range and on the opposite side of the channel, because the market is symmetrical. It's just all dependent on what the market wants to do at the end of the day. You can see that sellers are in the market. We're still getting rejected from these resistance levels. There's still some strong resistance at this 128 level, and we couldn't even reach that. We got rejected from the midline of the channel, or the range. It's at the 123. Then we pulled back, and then we bounced from support. So there is a reason to be bullish and bearish. To me, looks like the market wants to pull back more. That's why I'm thinking we can come back to the 137 level. If it doesn't, then I'll give you guys an update on Friday. I usually give an Alibaba update every Friday. So if something drastically changes, I'll give you guys an update. But as right now, looks like we're still heading to that 138 level. So that's what it looks like on the daily chart. Let's go and wrap this up on the weekly chart. So here we have the weekly chart for Alibaba, and the chart tells me that the sellers are still in control of the market overall. I'm looking at the short term, and in the short term, it looks like the buyers are in control. It looks like they want to push up the market higher, but in the long term and in the grand scheme of things, it's still a downtrend. We're still making lower lows, lower highs. We have not been above the EMA on the weekly chart since back here in February of 2021. So that's more than a year. This blue line is acting as overhead resistance, and we have not been above it yet. So there's no reason to be really bullish on about the chart, because we haven't been back above this blue line, which is the EMA. So until we do that, I gotta stick with the major pattern, and it's still down. So even though I'm looking for higher price targets, we'll have to wait and see how that morphs into a potential reversal or a uptrend. As right now, the bears are still in control, and we'll have to stay with the bears until we see the bulls really step in. So we did have a measured move target reached. This was the first leg, and then you can see this was the second leg right here, which is longer, and usually the first and third legs are the same size. And you can see that right when we hit the tip of this arrow, people took their profits, they got out of their short positions, and buyers stepped in trying to pick a bottom. And that's why we had a massive reversal. And also we were at the bottom side, or the support side of the channel, and that's what also helps push price up higher. And we were far away from the EMA. So those 4 reasons why prices should be reversing to the top side, or having a retracement, and that's what we got. Let me scroll to the left. There's really not any strong support on the left side of the chart. There's strong support at the $57.60 level, because that's the all-time low for BABA. So I'm not sure if prices want to continue to trend down there. We'll have to wait and see. But in my eyes, I'm looking for more pullback in the market to the 138 level, I believe it was. And then from there, we need to reanalyze what the market wants to do. What if we don't reach it next week? Well, then we're probably just going to continue sideways, trading maybe sideways, up and down, up and down. Might be kind of like a flat week next week. I'll be surprised if we just start selling harshly down. It is a possibility, but we're not even back to the resistance side of the channel yet. So unless this trend is really strong, I don't really see a very harsh sell-off coming. So that's everything I have for BABA. Looks like we had a nice pullback in the market. It's not a full-blown uptrend yet. We're not making any higher highs or higher lows. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So right now, we're still inside of this downtrend channel. Okay, so what would make me believe that we had bottom is we get back above the EMA on this weekly chart, maybe something like this, and the EMA is starting to curl over, and then we bounce from it on the top side. We found some type of support, and now we're starting to make higher highs and higher lows. So this is the pattern we want to see to be really bullish on BABA. And then we could probably make a channel with this also connecting the swings, and we're like, oh, look, like BABA is reversing. So that's what makes me believe that this is the bottom. As right now, we haven't even done that yet, so I can't be saying we have bottomed or not. It does not look like it. It's a possibility. Well, anything's possible in the markets. It's just all probabilities. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's probably not probable that this is the bottom. But I'm still expecting higher prices nonetheless in the short term, and we'll have to reevaluate if we start building support or not. So see you guys next week for Alibaba. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel, since you might be surprised what you can learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel, since I want to deliver great content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.